Privacy used to mean something simple: the quiet space between you and the world. A locked diary, a closed door, a moment alone with your thoughts. But in the 21st century, privacy has become almost nostalgic. Every click, every scroll, every search feeds into a global data stream, a silent web of surveillance that doesn't sleep, doesn't forget, and doesn't ask for permission. We still think of privacy as something we lose. But what if, in reality, we've already given it away, willingly in exchange for convenience? The question isn't whether we're being watched. It's whether we've grown comfortable with the idea that we always are. Imagine for a moment that every decision you've made online, every product viewed, message sent, and video watched, has been archived somewhere. Not maliciously, not even personally. Just automatically. Every digital action feeds into a massive ocean of information, quietly constructing a detailed portrait of who we are, our habits, fears, even our hidden desires. From your phone's GPS to your smart fridge, data is constantly being harvested. It's not just what we share, it's how we live. The world has turned into one massive behavioral laboratory, and we're all test subjects in a grand, invisible experiment. But here's the twist. This data isn't just passively stored. It's analyzed, interpreted, and monetized. It learns from us, and in turn begins to shape us. We tell ourselves it's worth it. After all, personalized ads save time. Smart assistants make life easier. Streaming platforms know exactly what we like. This is the convenience paradox. We trade small fragments of privacy for seamless comfort, and those fragments add up to a map of our minds. What once felt like control now feels like dependence. When your preferences are predicted before you express them, is it convenience or conditioning? We scroll endlessly, but rarely pause to ask who benefits most from our attention. Because the product isn't the app, it's us. We are the currency, traded, analyzed, optimized. Artificial intelligence sits at the center of this invisible web, a silent observer, learning from billions of data points every second. It studies what makes us angry, what makes us stay, what makes us click buy now. AI doesn't just reflect human behavior, it predicts it. And over time, those predictions become invisible suggestions, subtle nudges that guide what we see, what we think, even how we vote. This isn't science fiction. It's the algorithmic age, where recommendation systems quietly sculpt our perception of the world. We no longer explore information. It's delivered to us in a perfectly curated stream of relevance. But relevance has a price. When every feed becomes personalized, we stop sharing a common reality. And the line between truth and targeting begins to blur. The digital world promised freedom. But somewhere along the way, it erased the walls that once defined our personal space. Social media turned confession into currency. We document our vacations, our meals, our heartbreaks, believing we're connecting, when in fact, we're feeding an endless appetite for data. What used to be private has become performative, and with every post, we train ourselves to trade authenticity for visibility. The more we share, the more we are seen. But being seen and being known are not the same thing. Behind the curtain, countless companies observe quietly. Their systems extract meaning from what we share, and even from what we don't, what we delete, what we hesitate to type, what we almost post. In this world, silence itself is data. And then there are the moments when the system fails. Massive data breaches that expose millions of names, passwords, medical records. The headlines come and go, yet with each leak, a bit more trust evaporates. It's no longer shocking to hear that a company mishandled user information. We've become numb to it. But behind every statistic are real people. Identities stolen, reputations ruined, safety compromised. This erosion of trust changes how we behave online. We become cautious, guarded, skeptical, and yet we stay because disconnection feels impossible. We like to think we're in control. We click Accept All without reading. We check a box labeled I agree, though we rarely know what we've agreed to. Our illusion of consent gives comfort but not control. Even privacy laws like GDPR and CCPA, though well-intentioned, struggle to keep up with the speed of innovation. So we live in a strange duality, aware that we're being tracked, yet uncertain how to stop it. We complain about privacy invasion, then open the door wider with every new app, every new smart device. Control has become performative, a checkbox at the bottom of a terms and conditions page. And that illusion might be the most dangerous part of all. But awareness, real awareness, is the first step toward change. Privacy isn't just about secrecy, it's about freedom. The freedom to think without being analyzed, to express without being profiled, to exist without being constantly observed. We can start small. Regularly update privacy settings. Use strong passwords. Pause before sharing personal information. Read what's behind those accept buttons. And perhaps most importantly, remember that our attention is a form of currency. Spend it wisely. When enough people become conscious of their data, the system will have to adapt, not the other way around. It's not all dystopian. Emerging technologies are pushing back. End-to-end encryption, decentralized networks, and privacy-by-design systems are giving individuals more control over their data than ever before. Blockchain solutions are reimagining ownership, allowing us to verify without revealing, to connect without exposing. Advocates for digital rights are reshaping policy, fighting for transparency and accountability in how data is used. Perhaps privacy isn't disappearing. It's evolving into something more active, more intentional, more conscious. A privacy that requires participation. In the end, this isn't just a technological issue, it's a philosophical one. What does it mean to be seen in a world where visibility equals value? What does it mean to be free when our behaviors are predicted before we act? We used to think of privacy as something we had to protect. Now, it's something we have to reclaim, because our data is more than numbers. It's our identity, our memory, our consciousness in digital form. And if we lose control of it, we risk losing a part of what makes us human. So before you click Agree again, pause. Ask yourself, what am I giving in return for convenience? Because privacy isn't about hiding. It's about owning your story. If this made you think twice about how much of yourself you share online, subscribe to Decoded Daily, where we decode how technology, AI, and human consciousness are transforming the world. Stay aware, stay curious, and remember, your mind is the last frontier worth protecting.